Hello, my friend. So good to see you and be here with you in this way. We're going to start in just a few minutes, but I just invite you to take a moment and consider in 15 minutes how you'd like to walk away feeling. What little piece of wisdom or joy or connection you want to create. If you don't have your feet on the floor, if you can have your feet on the floor, to place them on the floor, to feel the support of the floor, the support of the chair you're sitting on if you're sitting. And just make sure your exhale is longer than your inhale. It's such an easy, precious thing that our body provides. The breath that we can tap into to gain energy, to relax energy. And let us kick off here. Connected, feeling alive. You want to walk away feeling joyful. You want to walk away feeling, how would you want to walk away feeling? If you could choose, because you can actually. And if you decide that feeling is loving, that feeling is excited, that feeling is joyful, that feeling is present, to find what would that feel like in your body. If you could embody right now presence, if you could embody joy, if you could embody, how would your shoulder be? How would your cat be? Hello, Chino. How would how would your jaw be if you were already present, joyful, connected, all the things you want to feel? You can type in the chat, you can type where you're connecting from. I know some people have been coming every single day of the Love Lab Live, and it's such a pleasure to be here with you, embodying what I'm calling love evolution, I suppose. Another way of touching love, another way of showing up and being and dating in life, allowing love to come to us, but also being that magnificent, radiant source of love for ourselves and whoever is around us. And today we have a topic that the name itself is very perhaps triggering for some people. And I know for me, it kind of does like, because we're talking about what high value people value in dating. And obviously that high value people is already such a charged concept that so many people use in dating today. And the reality is that everyone is valuable. And in relationships, we may attribute more value to some characteristics. So I want to hear from you. What is high value in relationship for you? You can type in the chat, you can type in your notebook. Have you ever even asked yourself this question? What is high value for you? In a partner, in a lover, in a man, in a woman, in the person that you choose to invest your loving energy in. What is high value? Six pack abs, is that what high value is? Is high value how extroverted they are? Hello, Swiss. Is high value confidence? Is high value charisma? What is high value? Because until we even come to a definition of what high value is, then we might just be missing each other in conversation. And I'll give you what my definition of high value in love and relationship is. But I'd love to hear a few words. What is high value for you? someone who's respectful. Vulnerability is high value. Yeah. And I love this because then with this cohort as well, we get to see what we value here. Because in the different platforms that I'm connecting to, we might have different words. And it's so beautiful to gather as a community when we might value very similar things. Kindness is high value, honesty, family values, healthy lifestyle, authenticity. You're my kind of people. That is high value. Yeah. So when we define, what I define high value in relationship is someone that has great relational skills. For me, that is really high value. So relational skills are an array of things. And some touch on the things that you're saying. Communication is a really big relational skill. Communication under stress is an incredibly high value skill. Because by default, if we are healing, if we are short in sleep, if we are stressful by the demands of life, we may show up short in regulated communication. Listener, yeah. Somebody who listens for not just the words that you're saying, but who you're about that you haven't even said, but that your eyes communicated, your tone of voice communicated, the thread of what you're saying communicates deeper. And then the person checks the assumption that they're making. So if high value is someone that has the capacity to stay relational in the ups and downs of life or relationship, that can show up with these characteristics of vulnerability, kindness, honesty, authenticity. And what do you think this person expects? Right? So if I am someone who is attuned, who can really sense into what the person that I'm with or that I'm spending time with or sharing the same space, if I can sense into what they need, what they're feeling, if I can take a moment and pause when I get triggered, if I can show up with kindness, curiosity, yeah, I can feel all emotions. If I am someone that can feel anger and not react and not dump onto you, if I can feel sadness, grief, and I can contain it and I can digest it, and then I can produce a piece of communication. If I am that high value person in relationship, do you think I care? Do you think the top of my list, and I'm saying I as in the person, the collective of people that have these values that you're sharing that are really high on the marketplace of relationships, do you think I really care whether you're 6 foot or 5 foot? Do you think I care if you weigh this much or that much? Do you think I care if your abs are showing today or not? Or I care how big your swimming pool is or how many floors your house has or doesn't have? Yes or no? And you could say, "Oh, actually, maybe, but what if?" And, all thoughts are welcome here. All thoughts are welcome, but Notice when we go into dating, when we are on a dating app showcasing ourselves, or when we end up going on a date and we're sitting across from someone that we think, oh my God, we're so excited about them for whatever reason that we imagine they are, right? Because we probably have very little information at this point about this person other than what people might have told, other than what we're seeing. What are the things that we care about when we're like in our heads about it? When we are, just stressing out and the blood's pumping, what are you worrying about? Like, did I say the right thing? Oh my God, what do I ask now? Is this silent awkward? Is it possible? Like, I don't know, are they gonna like me? Like, am I coming across as like too forward? Am I don't know, am I being funny? Is this a good joke? What was the joke that somebody told me the other day? What are some things going through your mind when you're sitting across from somebody that you're super excited about, and you're going on a date, or you matched with somebody, or somebody introduced you to someone, or you actually, used your own relational tools and you connected with someone and now you're texting them? What are you worried about? Whether you're coming across, like, what are some of the things that you think, oh my God, shit, do I have some wrinkles now? Oh, am I too old for them? Are they too old for me? Are they too young for me? What do you think? Do you have these kinds of concerns? Do those kinds of thoughts occupy your mind? And I'm sharing this not only as, okay, these thoughts have crossed my mind 100%, but these are the things that I listen to the most often, or that I hear said most often in my singles events. And I facilitate these across continents, across cultures, sometimes across languages. And people come in and everybody is anxious. Not everybody is anxious, but you can feel the nervousness in the room. You can feel this anxiety. Their thoughts of, is it safe to be here? Is it safe to show who I really am? I love what you said here, Lisa. Acceptance of the whole of you. Like, am I going to be accepted? Can I put my cards on the table? Am I going to be well received? And it may not matter whether other people judge you or not, but notice, where is our mind the majority of the time? If we're really honest with ourselves, are you assessing all these things that are totally low value for the person that is high value? Are you assessing whether you colored your roots? Are you assessing whether this clothing is flattering for you? Are you assessing whether you should pay for the bill or not pay for the bill? Are you assessing those things? Is that where you're investing the energy of your time in dating? Did you say the right thing? Are you sharing too much? Are you sharing too little? Or is your mind on what they and supposedly you also care about? And that is kindness. Am I being kind in this interaction right now? Am I showing up as somebody who's kind when the other person is nervous, when they arrived a little late, when whatever it may have happened, where somebody, brought your order late, forgot about it? Are you being kind? Am I being kind? Am I being honest, or am I holding back? Am I like shifting the thing, avoiding the thing that I should probably be saying right now? Am I listening? Am I really being the listener that I value, that the person that is high value values? And I love this distinction because on a conscious level, we know what high value relational is, what the things that we really want and that really matter in a relationship, what they are. We know that the person that has those qualities is most likely also looking for those qualities. And yet, against all logic, when we step into dating, when we start dating, when we are seeing someone, when we start getting committed or exclusive, our thoughts somehow get hijacked. Our emotions, our bodies somehow get hijacked into the things that don't really matter. Do they like what I'm wearing? Do I like, should I have done this? Should I have done that? What do I say now? Do I not say now? Like, we get very tactical. We get into the things that we can try to control and grasp because I can grasp those things. I can control those things, seemingly. So, my invitation as a little action. Yeah, we are auditioning totally for love. Like, oh my God, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Oh my God, you're so good. Please, I have to have this person. I have to be chosen for this play, for this job. Please. Yeah, it isn't. And you might extremely be somebody that is high value. You value the same things, but the behavior is not. And it doesn't leave anybody fulfilled, not the person that is looking for those qualities we discussed. It doesn't leave you feeling fulfilled because you're totally out of integrity with yourself, right? Like, your mind, your heart, your body are not aligned. Your body is calling the shots because the anxiety is calling the shots. And so, as a little exercise, can I check in with myself? Am I being authentic right now? How do I be authentic in that experience? How do I have a healthy communication? We talked about healthy lifestyle, right? There's so much that encompasses a healthy lifestyle. Am I showing up with honesty, with regulation? Am I allowing myself to feel all the range of emotions right now? Am I allowing myself to feel disappointed? Am I allowing myself to feel sadness, grief, excitement, joy? Am I allowing myself to feel it? Am I containing those feelings? Not to hide them. Am I containing just so that I hold my experience? And then I can choose, oh, yes, here is a little gift for you. Here is a little honesty for you. Here is a little authenticity for you out of the fullness that I am. How wonderful would it be to go out on dates? Any date, every date that we go into, the other person, all they're worried about is their behavior. Hey, they're not trying to impress you. They're not auditioning for you. All they're worried about is, am I being kind? Am I being honest? Am I being authentic? Am I feeling everything that I'm feeling right now? Am I being responsible for those feelings? Am I communicating in a way that is not just dumping or hoping that you fix it? Like, sign me up for dates every single day. How wonderful. And guess what? You can go on those dates. Any date that you go. If you're a learner, if you're a spiritual learner, which I assert all of you here are, if you're a relational learner, any date that you go is that date. Because guess what? You're there. Guess what? You are the high value person. And you get to practice showing up in integrity when it's tough. You get to show up with integrity when it's hard, when it's stressful. And people are just giving up the training ground. Like, thank goodness. Thank you so much for coming on this date with me so I can practice my kindness, so I can practice my regulations, so I can practice anything. You don't need to say it out loud to the person. But inside, wow, how wonderful that this person was willing to come on a date with me so that I can practice it. And guess what? If they're the same and if they're practicing too, boom, you found each other. Boom. You're like, hey, high value meets high value. So I'm going to pause our conversation here because I know it's just like a little bit of a nudge. It's a little bit of a conversation starter, really, these calls. We're even going a little bit over time, but I love this topic, and we need to accept ourselves first and just, it's like we get to have the feeling that we want to feel all the time. It has nothing to do with the other person. And most likely, and this is what I love telling people at my singles events and definitely in my Love Lab, which is the longer program that we do for life, actually, but we renew every year. If you are being those things, two things are going to happen. If you are feeling kind, authentic, honest, if you're showing up with those behaviors, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to scare the shit out of the people who do not practice or feel those things. Okay? They're going to run. They're going to run so fast. They will think whatever they will think, but these people will most likely not feel very comfortable in your presence. Okay? So they're like, and you can be, wow, amazing. I love it when my energy repels people. It is so wonderful. It's the universe self-selecting. I don't need to do any selection. It's so simple. People simply walk away from my life that are not aligned. People ask me, how do you select for your singles events? I'm like, I show up and I tell people the stories of what happens, and people self-select. They're like, what is all this thing? I just want to go have a drink. I'm like, you go have a drink. Not in the space, but you go have a drink. So that's the one thing that's going to happen. The other thing is, where have you been the whole time, right? The person that resonates, the people that resonate, the tribes that resonate, they're like, wow, I feel so comfortable in your presence. I feel so good being here. And this is really not to talk about we being better than, and I know the title is like high value, low value, right? But it's what we value. If you missed the beginning of this conversation is, and we had a whole chat here about what is high value for you, for us, relationally, in a very specific context, right? What works in relationships, what works in relational spaces. So it's not to say somebody is more valuable than another person, somebody that chooses one space, chooses my events or any other events is better or worse. But they're different things that we value. And we want to have it stamped on our faces, what we value. We want tattooed on our like on our arms, but not as in, oh yeah, I got a tattoo. It's like you feel it in my presence. I don't need to say a word. I don't need to tell you that I value kindness. I don't need to tell you that I value being intentional, because you feel it. You hear it when I choose the words. You watch me regulate when something triggers me and I'm in front of you. And again, I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about our practice. And I pause and I take a moment and I say, you know what, just give me 60 seconds here. And I feel the urge to talk trash about something or someone, or to, get annoyed, or to hold something back. And I get to choose, what do I contain? What do I share from my values? So any date that you go is practice ground, and it gives you exactly the results that you're looking for. It gives you more integrity and more muscle for the values that you are building and strengthening. And it gives you people walking away and stepping away and freeing you and freeing space for you. And it gives you people that immediately resonate, people that will say, I want you in my life forever. I have a feeling we're going to be best friends. This is actually, I have one of my best friends on Instagram right now. And when we connected, this is what she said. She was like, I just feel like we'll do some great work together. It is just so easy being with you. And obviously that's exactly how I felt you. So before we wrap, what is one thing that resonated with you from this conversation? And I ask, obviously, because it's always lovely to hear to feel your energy, to get a sense of what resonated, but also for you. The moment you say it out loud for yourself, for somebody else, the moment you write down in your journal, the moment you write down on the chat, what clicked for you? What is a little thing that you want to do more of? That you think, wow, yeah, this is valuable. I want more of this in my life. I want more of this practice in my life. So that it's a micro commitment. It's an accountability thing faced to so many people that are here with us. And you can like, okay, let me just say this is what I commit to doing a little more. And while you find that thing for you, for me, because I also am on a growth journey, I am also practicing the things that I share with you, that I share with my coachees, that I share with participants in the different events. For me, it's just a certainty that there is no wrong meeting, that every person that is put before me is a gift. Whether it is, somebody that helps me strengthens and check, like integrity check, integrity check, integrity check, integrity check. Not for the world, but for me, because I value integrity and it feels good to be in alignment. Or they're just an incredible gift and it's just a joy being with them. Yeah, let go of the inner chat. Yeah, so much energy wasted in things that we don't even value. I commit. Oh, I love this, Jeremy. You went full out. I commit to letting go of following my emotions when it comes to meeting people. Yeah. Who doesn't, right? It's kind of part of how we live. And to show up unapologetically as myself. What a gift. What a gift for all the people that have been looking for you, Jeremy. Like, please, for the sake of them. And, maybe some of them are on this chat, but for the sake of all the people that are looking for you, if you don't show up unapologetically yourself with all these qualities that we highlighted, then how would we ever know who you are? Trust the universe to self-select for me. Yeah. It just does, right? Like, practice this. Come back to me. Like, just do this and say, oh my God, somebody that was super kind, super, I don't know, self-aware and honest and authentic. The moment I was authentic and honest and kind and all the things, guess what? They left. They were like, this is not a match, right? And in any way, because sometimes we're like, we want to force things romantically or force things in a direction. But like, I want to hear the stories of, yeah, you were all these things. You were yourself. And that person was absolutely an equal. And it didn't resonate. It almost doesn't make sense, right? Thank you for being here. Tomorrow we continue, same time, just for 15 minutes. I'll be better with timing yesterday, but this was just too good. Tomorrow we are covering swipe culture. So we are taking a slight degree shift And we're going to talk about why apps amplify insecure attachments. So if you have been on dating apps, if your friends are pressuring you to just try dating apps, it's a tool. There's nothing wrong with the tool, and we're not going to be bashing any tools. It's not the intention, but it is a very particular activating environment. And going in, if you choose to go in with the awareness of how it triggers you and what to expect, not on people's behaviors, but what to expect on how your nervous system might show up, can be really empowering for you to help yourself to pause, help yourself to stay regulated, help yourself to show up as the high value person that you are. So thank you so much for being here. It's such a joy to be with you. Thank you for the donations. I sometimes forget to say, but it's so lovely to get these little drops of magic that you send my way. It's really a beautiful, joyful moment to see those. And thank you for sharing. It's it's really such a contribution when you're sharing your words, you're sharing yourself, you're sharing your time. So lots of love to Arizona and everywhere else you are. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So good to be here. Hey, so good to be here.